Hey Ranger Nation, welcome back to another video. How are you doing? So first of all, I've got to give a big shout out to Hasbro for sending these. If you've not seen the previous video where I unboxed them from what we've got, link in the description. So again, thank you very much to Hasbro for sending these. So let's generally have a look. I've been excited to see these. I really want the Roxy and Blaze figures, so I'm going to be picking them up when I can. So first of all, they're all pretty much the same when it comes into displays. I absolutely adore the packaging design. You see the Red Ranger, you've got the Cheetah blaster, you've got his key, you've got his weapon, which looks painted, which I'm really excited about. You've got a Tronic, which again comes with his weapons, his key. Then you've got Ravi, the Blue Ranger, who comes with all his weapons. They're all pretty much the same. The swords look kind of painted rather than the blasters. So you can see that even in Zoe's one, we can see the lovely window display here. Now, I'm not going to show you all of them from behind because they're pretty much exactly the same. One thing that I do generally like, if you can see, is here you see the other Rangers. So you see this one in focus, so this is Zoe, and then literally you see in the others here a lovely packaging. So obviously you've got red, blue, Blaze, and then Tronic. Obviously that's for wave 1. So if we looked at, say, Ravi, you can see that he's missing from here, and obviously that's a feature, but then again you can see Devon, and then you can see Zoe there, and the feature. Now, with the Tronic, he doesn't actually have anything, so I kind of thought you'd have more Tronics in the background. I think that would have been a cool one. But yeah, that's about it. So let's open up all these bad boys and have a look inside. First of all, I've got to admit, when standing these guys all together, I am impressed just with the amount of they look amazing. In a way, they kind of look like figure arts a bit to me, like just the way that they're made. I am generally kind of really blown back by this. So if you're ever kind of on the fence going, I would actually recommend these, just the way that they look. Now, I really generally like the way that they're all painted. Rather than doing them kind of individually, we do them as a group. It's a bit weird, normally we do them individually, but let's have a look. First of all, the helmets look spot on to me. They look absolutely fantastic. Even like kind of leather. Like the Tronics, he reminds me of the Ninja from Metal Gear Solid, just with the way that the helmet is. I really like that they've painted all the visors. I did notice a little bit of paint, but I'm not bothered about that one. Considering how much you would get these for retail, I think these are painted beautifully. If you looked back at, like, say, Bandai, how they would do their figures, then this just absolutely like ticks it on the box. These to me are perfect for what you get. I really love the detail on the belts here. That's really, really cool. Then even on the legs, where you've got the padding where they would have it on the show, obviously the leather pants. Now let's have a look at the Morphers. Now I know if I moved the red, he would do it. Let's actually see if we can move them all like so. Like, this is something that really kind of, you would never, hopefully she doesn't fall over. Like, when you look at the sides, so let's move him there. Look at the Morphers. This is one thing that really kind of like stands out, because when Rangers would have Morphers on their arms, they would never be painted with Bandai. So looking here, like you see the orange here, here, and here, even they've gone to town on painting these little parts here. This looks absolutely awesome. I'm really kind of excited about this. Like, just that level of detail, even looking in the arms, like rather than a smooth, like sort of plastic that we've seen in the past, boom, you've got, like, it looks like leather, and that's what I generally really like on these. I mean, even when you look at the helmets, just the way they are, the glasses, so let's move these guys here. Even with the Red Ranger's helmet there, trying to get this into focus, like, the amount of crazy detail that they've gone on the helmets is, to me, kind of spot on. Now, I did notice that there, but again, I'm not even complaining about it. These guys have really, really done really well. Hasbro have done spot on job, basically. It kind of makes me excited to actually kind of collect all these figures and actually want them all. Still want a Scrozzle though. Now I'm going to do kind of a really quick test on thing. Like, when you move this one, it feels smooth. A bit kind of Play-Doh-y in a way when you move the legs. Even like you can move them about like so. even when you do like move the legs around, it feels sturdy. There's no like kind of articulation in the top chest, and then arms just basically go around. Even the hands move, and you've got a little bit like that. So when you kind of do that, it does feel kind of a bit like you have to really kind of be careful not to force it. I think that's, if I had any problem, that's possibly what I'd say. But even looking like the back of the figure, like it's all painted, and this is what fans have been kind of screaming out for such a long time, is paint the goddamn backs of figures. Let's do the head. So you can move the heads around, just have to be very careful. And unfortunately, like, I would love it if the heads could move up and down, but still, can they move out? Yep, hands like that. So that's kind of really awesome. Same thing, let's just do quick chest with Ravi. So legs, all exactly the same. Do that, do that. Arms can move out. Arms can move out. Head turns all the way around. Hands as so. Yeah, like, oh, I thought the feet moved. Let's look at Zoe. Now Zoe has the skirt, and it's the soft plastic that is really cool, because I like with Bandai in the past they did hard plastic, and that was a pain. So Zoe's legs can move like that. It does feel like you're putting a lot of force kind of into it, even when moving the arms. Like, maybe it's just for the first time because they are kind of stiff and they've not been moved. But again, do that. Like that. So easy enough. And then head turns around, up and down. Oh, so you can move them slightly up and down. That's kind of cool. And look at the Tronics. It kind of reminds me of like Green Ranger's shield. So they've done that. He's a lot easier, I think, to move. Don't know why. Now, his arm is moving up like that. Like so. Up like that. Like so. And then like that and like that. Legs move up. So for some, yeah, I remember them Hasbro saying that the bad guys can't pose that well, so I'm kind of gutted that they've not used the same articulation for the legs. So it just feels like they're normal. I hope they do change that in future waves, but so far he looks fine. I'm really glad they do it. Even on the back, you've got all those dots, like all the kind of mechanical bolts. This is fine. To be fair, I really like that. I think that looks awesome. And even like the detail you can see on the lines there. Let's try these keys. I really want to know what happens when you add more to it. Oh.
Blue Ranger power! Don't worry, Smash. I got this. Blue Ranger power! Rangers, it's go time. Let's go. Unleash the beasts. Blue Ranger power! Are you ready? Say it's morphin' time.
Blue Ranger! Okay, so it's not really much when you add it. Jerry thought there'd be more sounds. Okay, let's try Red Ranger.
Cheetah Beast Power, Red! Let's go for a spin, Cruz. Cheetah Beast Power, Red!
That's Cruz. Who is? Oh, so I'm guessing it's exactly the same as that other key. So let's try Zoe. Change when you do this. Let's try.
You messed with the wrong Ranger. Are you ready? Say it's morphin' time.
No. No. Okay, so let's try the Tronic key.
Tronics attack! The Morph X is mine! Tronics attack! Not today, Rangers! The Morph X is mine! The Morph X is mine! Tronics attack! Not today, Rangers!
So I generally thought there'd be more sounds from these keys rather than what you've just heard. But it's kind of a nice thing. At least they've included a bit more. But it's stuff that we've already heard originally. But yeah, there we go. One thing I will add is with the keys, you can play something like that. So you can put the key blade back in. But I really like the way that they're all kind of done after. Just the blacks, the yellows. That looks really cool. And again, you've got the black, red and white. That really does kind of, they look like the actual like beasts. The Gorilla one, not that much, I don't think. But for what you get, these keys are pretty cool, to be fair. They add a little bit to it, I think. But yeah, just want to add that in. Adding in with the weapons and how they are, I do think it gives more life. I really like the fact that you can add on like the sort of keys here. You've got the weapons that are painted. Even one that I haven't included, which is like the double striker thing. It looks fantastic, all painted up, and I really like that. So you can have a lot of stuff with it. The only thing I will say that I will complain about is when I was trying to pose the Tronic with his weapons, it was hard to get his weapons into his hand, so you had to kind of really bend the fingers back so you can actually put the blade in, so it works. But the rest of the others for the Rangers, they were just straight, like really easy to apply. I really like this. I really feel like they've knocked the ball out of the park on this one, that they've really done well with these figures, and I would happily collect them. If they kept them all this size and didn't adjust them, then I'd wholeheartedly buy as many as I could. I really want to buy loads more Tronics because army builder, but just with whatever you get, it works amazingly well. I do like the fact that the keys are all painted as well. This adds a lot more to it, especially like the cheetah, the rabbit, like they all look spot on, and I really like them. Even the Tronics, his key looks like kind of cool. Again, looks like Metal Gear Solid. So yeah, I generally really like them. So Ranger Nation, what are your thoughts? Have you collected these figures? Are you going to get them? Do you prefer Hasbro or do you prefer Bandai? Let me know down below in the comments. And again, a huge big thank you to Hasbro for sending me these figures. I think that these are just awesome. So if you they're in these shops at the moment, go check them out. Let me know what you think. Let me know down below in the comments, and post to the Facebook page as well, because why not? So Ranger Nation, I'm going to leave it there. What are your thoughts? Let me know down below in the comments. And if you've liked this video, like, favorite, comment, and consider subscribing. Hit that cheeky notification bell to be notified when more videos drop. And as always, Ranger Nation, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.